What's good, guys? It's your boy Justin J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. This is why attractive men are single. Women are frustrated with dating apps and the dating scene, but here's why. I'm going to get raw in this video. Fellas, feel free to chime in, get in the comment section. Women, if you're listening, okay, cool, you can chime in too. But what I want to talk about right now is women complaining about dating apps and the dating scene. See, this is only geared towards attractive men who they're attracted to. Now, if you don't view yourself as an attractive man, you don't have that confidence about yourself, there's no real need to even comment on the video, okay? But for all my men who have taken the time to work on themselves, they got a business, they got something going for themselves, they got in the gym, they got their life right. Maybe you were at the bottom and now you're finally rising up. You got something going on. You love yourself. You love who you are. You're going to understand this video clearly. There's a lot of clips of women complaining about dating app profiles and why they can't find a guy, or, you know, the bars and the singles events and guys aren't showing up, the guys that they're attracted to. Check this. Where are all the good men? Certainly not drinking alcohol all the time. Certainly not trying to waste their time and waste their money on people who aren't trying to put in effort. They never think about that. Certainly not the guys who spent time being unattractive. Now they're attractive. They see the way things operate and they're just kind of like, okay, I could fall back. There's no need to try hard. I'm on the other side now. See, let's talk about the dating app experience for men versus women. Most men don't view themselves as anything. Most men throw up a profile. They take the pictures all in the same room. Bathroom picture, bedroom picture, living room picture, kitchen picture, maybe a picture out, maybe a picture with a fish. But women don't really want that guy. Now, that's fine. Not saying they should want that guy. So whenever women are complaining, it's about the attractive men. But the attractive men are men that get the most attention or the most play. So let's say he don't really want to date like that and he wants to date casually. That's his prerogative. See, when men are dating or they're having sex with women casually, they're still single. Same with women. So if women aren't coming with energy of what can I do for you? How can we move this along? I'm willing to put in heavy effort. Why should a man have to do that on the other side to get you? It's not how that works. Now, attractive men are more rare than a beautiful woman. That's just a fact. And when I say attractive, I don't just mean your looks. Check this out. A dude is self-sufficient. He's not a bum. He's not looking for a woman to come in and pay for things and give him money. If it happens, it happens. But he doesn't need that. An attractive man that you could bring around your family and friends and he will just impress without even trying. That is very rare. An attractive man that is very charming. He makes you feel some type of way. He's funny. He just gets it. He knows what's going on. That's very rare. So when you have all these things and you put them together in one man, and a man actually knows this about himself, oh, that's a dangerous man. That's a dangerous man. He understands his own self-worth. He loves himself. He could never chase after somebody. He could never be obsessed with somebody. There's this effect, man. When you love yourself, you're obsessed with yourself. You only want to deal with women who see you the same way that you see yourself. Most men who want to do the most for women that have good intentions, that want to be nice guys, women don't typically want them like that. So that's the alternative. But attractive men are staying single too, because here's the kicker. Women look at you and they think something's wrong with you, especially when you're single. See how that goes? You don't have any women? You're not chasing women around? Nah, come on, there's got to be more than meets the eye here. No. Younger men are the ones that are going to just be trying to get at women all the time and go crazy with the whole trying to, figure out attraction and get at women and go to clubs on the weekends and all of this stuff. We're not about that. Men in their late 20s, early 30s, late 30s, early 40s, late 40s that are still attractive, holding it together, or on the up and up. They're not worried about being out here drinking, socializing, doing stuff that means nothing, eating a bunch of empty carbs, gaining a bunch of weight to go have fun with people. That's not what this is about. Attractive men are very disciplined. I'm going to say that again. Attractive men are very disciplined. Because at a moment's notice, when you fall off your game, slowly and slowly and slowly, you become unattractive. Relationships even do that to men. Slowly and slowly and slowly, you give in to her wants and desires. You start following her lead in her program. And slowly you start becoming unattractive and unattractive and unattractive. Men are saying, I don't have to do that, especially when I can casually date. Especially when I understand how women see me. See, this is half of the game. I always say this. When you understand how women see you, that's half the battle. Most men are always worried about, well, I want to make a good impression, or how's the quickest way I can lead to hooking up or having sex, and how can I keep her around and make her obsessed with me? Half the battle in the beginning is understanding how women see you. Let's go back to the dating apps. So when you have women reaching out to you first, when you have an abundance of matches, when you can get a woman and transfer her from the app to the phone, from the phone, it's a FaceTime call. From FaceTime, you meet up, you have a good interaction. When a man starts having this happen a bunch of times, dating apps are nothing. Now, let's do it like this too. So Hinge, for instance, the app that's made to be deleted. A guy gets on there, goes on a bunch of dates, finds the best option possible, and maybe puts her in the main position. Maybe he doesn't at all. He just keeps it casual over time. He deletes the app. He jumps back on the app if anything was to happen with that chick. Women don't operate like that with the app. Women keep the app open for attention and validation, but check this. They're frustrated because the attention and validation that they get is from men that they're not attracted to. The attention and validation I'm talking about is when a man keeps coming forward and forward and forward and forward. That makes a woman feel some type of way about herself. That's why they talk down on the dating apps and they're frustrated. All these guys have the audacity to think that they could get at me. Is there something wrong with me? The average dude doesn't even think that way. The average dude thinks, okay, this chick is pretty cute. I'm going to see what this is about. Let's try to link and have a good time. Even if it's not the chick that he ideally wants. You see how that works? Never fall into the frame of getting frustrated with this stuff. Women only have one time to try and play with you on these apps, bro. Especially if you're an attractive man. You say something to a woman, right? You can say two things in one message. She responds to one thing in the message. You have to be this way. Oh, all I was looking for was cooperation, but you have a good one. Literally type that. Guess what you're going to receive back? Oh, question mark. If a woman tries to even sell herself like, yeah, I'm going to be busy for the next week. It's really hectic, but you can have my Snapchat, my Instagram, my number. Maybe I'll answer or whatever. Just say, you know what? You have a good one, or just unmatch or say nothing. Because women, when they're complaining in the videos, they're complaining about that. I know what I'm talking about. When women sell themselves like they're not really going to put in effort, men stop talking. And those are the attractive men. They move on to the next option. They unmatch. Women go back, look, and they're like, wait, what? Because it was a good lead. Remember, it's not too many of these leads, but women they overestimate their value. It's like overinflated. They think that they can have you wait. That's not what's going on here. And you see, as time goes on, right? More and more people leave dating apps. More and more people leave the bar scene. More and more people figure out, you know what? Being single isn't even that bad. I can still casually date, or I can choose not to. I already understand how women see me, but it's not about that. Attractive men are always remaining attractive by putting in the effort. They have the consistency with them. And it's for themselves. So why even date if 9 times out of 10 is going to lead to nothing? I could just keep it casual. Women are always getting frustrated with this too. Men who are super confident. See, you got to see it from this point of view if you're that attractive dude. I'm not going to sit here and prolong and try to beat around the bush to get this woman to like me. No, I'd rather invite her over. I'd rather invite her to get drinks or do something low investment and then invite her over, right? So coffee, tea, whatever. And then let's move that from this place that's close to my house back to my house. ice cream, frozen yogurt. Let's do it. Let's do it there. Then move it back to my house. When women are saying, right, no, I'm not going to come over at Netflix and chill, and I'm not that type of girl, and blah, 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 blah. All that means is I've done it before. It led me nowhere. I've done it before, had sex with that guy, ended up liking that guy, but I couldn't lock him down. So I'm not trying to fall back into that same pattern. But this is the law of attraction. It's always about what can I do for you, sir, energy. Let me put you on game, guys. Having sex as an attractive man is nothing. And that's exactly why attractive men can remain single. Having sex is nothing to an attractive man who just gets it. But guess what men can't really find out here with women? What can I do for you, sir, energy. A man could be having sex with 5 women in a rotation. And guess which one he's going to take on? The one that brings forth, what can I do for you, sir, energy. Yeah, the other chicks can get hit, but that's all it'll ever be. If he was to even think of putting commitment in one direction, it would be with the woman that comes with that, what can I do for you, sir, energy. So it's very counterproductive for women to be thinking that, you know, he has to do this and he has to do that and he has to do it. Well, what type of dude are you even talking about? Are you talking about the guy who's attractive on all fronts? Physically, financially, mentally? No, you have to go out of your way to lock that dude down or to keep getting attention and consistency from that guy. Sex is nothing for attractive men. When men realize this, they become unstoppable because that's a thirsty dude's weakness. What can I do to get her to like me? What can I do to make her see me in a better light? Also, you can get the sex. And here's the funny part. After you get the sex, all you're going to do is just have post-nut clarity. You ain't even going to be that big off of her. Unless you're a beta male simp. Sex keeps making them chase more sex with the chick. But guess what? When you're that type of guy, you're more likely to get her knocked up. You're more likely to fall into her web. That ain't attractive. So most attractive men who understand this, they've had enough sex for 10 men in their lives. I would say, right? I said this in the video. If you had sex with at least 10 women in your life, and you're still out here like, yo, I'm a late bloomer and, you know, women don't like me like that, you're putting too much on it. You're putting too much extras and too much pressure on yourself. 10 women in a guy's life by the time he's like 20 something, that's enough sex. Now imagine you had the body count of 60 to 70 as a man. Most men would think that that's lower. So that's not low. That's a lot of sex. You've had enough sex for 9 to 10 men in your one lifetime. And you're probably like 30 years old. Sex is not important like that. Attractive men are waking up. Your regiment, your routine is important like that. You remaining that guy. That's important. So women can't see it through their lens. It's kind of like how I tell dudes, right? When you see a woman with a man and you're like, how did he get her? Or what does she see in him that she doesn't see in me and all of that stuff? You can't exactly 100% of the time see things through a woman's lens. You just can't do it. It's the same thing on the other side. Women are like, well, where are all the attractive men? Why aren't they chasing? Why aren't they pursuing anymore? You know why? Because you don't understand what it takes to be that guy. Women don't have to put in that much effort to be pretty, to be attractive. See, they try to use all this filler. I got my degree. I work a good job. I put myself through college. That has nothing to do with you being attractive to a man. That has nothing to do. Actually, if you flip that, why aren't men pursuing? Why aren't men chasing? Why aren't men nice guys? It's all counterproductive to being attractive to women. It actually makes women look down on you a little bit. And I know there's guys that are going to be in the comments like, no, well, women will accept nice energy from guys that they're actually attracted to. But guess what makes women attracted to you in the beginning? You not putting too much extras on it. You just treating them like they're regular. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen a woman in front of you conversing with you, and you can tell for damn sure she's attracted to you. The eyes never lie. And what's making her more intrigued with you, they almost malfunction, is when you're just, hey, what's going on? Nah, you know, I'm just chilling or whatever. How was your weekend? Oh, no, I didn't really get into too much. You know, the fights were on. You know, I hung out with the fellas. But I'm liking that dress you're wearing. You just got that? Oh, yeah, cool. But actually, I got to get back to this. So, you know, swing by later or whatever. I'll hit you later. And that whole interaction, she's like, you know, I have interactions with other men when they're like, oh my God, I couldn't wait to see you this week. How you been? Oh my God, did you do something nice? Did you do something new with your hair? Oh my God, you rocking that thing. And do you mind if I take you out this weekend? I mean, I know it's kind of like a hectic work week, but I would really love to get you out. And you see the difference in energy. That's when I'm talking about that whole nonchalant energy. You're still interacting with women, but it's not that extra. It's not that deep. That's what makes women attracted to you. You can't put extras on it. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but it's just like the experience that attractive men have once they understand how women see them, they really understand that it's not a big deal like that. It's really not. And women are frustrated because they don't get it. They don't get it. And when they don't get it, it leads to actually jealousy and hate. See, the complaining in these videos are, why won't men measure up to meet my standards? They're talking to attractive men. Attractive men already met up to their standards. But the thing that they're really saying is, why can't this guy be like those other guys, but with less on it and still be the guy he is, like attractive? No, it don't work like that. Imagine that. Women have it the easiest on dating apps and the dating scene. You know, if they would just have the balls and just go up to dudes or make it just a little bit easier, they could get exactly what they want, but they want to play the game. This is the results of playing the game. You play the game, right? You're either going to win or you're going to lose, but one thing you can't do is complain. That's one thing. Look, I tell it to dudes all the time. I keep it straight up. You're either going to win or lose. You're going to play or you're not going to play. Women need to understand the same thing, but see how we don't operate on the same rules. We don't play by the same playbook. They're frustrated out here. And I wanted to talk about this because you see guys always making these videos. I saw one over the weekend and it was this white kid and he's just complaining. And I'm so good with this like psychology stuff and human behavior thing. He was saying a bunch of stuff that meant nothing. I knew he was eventually going to talk about women. He's like, what happened to society and being compassionate and caring for one another? And I'm like, this guy is just saying a bunch of filler words when really his issue is with women and probably like dating apps or like dating. Eventually, he starts talking about it. You know, because women that I'm talking to and on the dating apps, you know, they just ghost and all of this. And I knew it. What are you complaining for? And I'm not being mean. I'm just telling the truth. What are you expecting on a dating app? If you don't view yourself as an attractive man, your pictures would say so. Your prompts would say so. The way you interact off the first message would say so. Honestly, you don't even have to do that when you're attractive. All you have to do is just send out a bunch of likes and women will match with you. In fact, I've said this before. Dating apps show you exactly who you are, who you've always been. So I've gotten with in my life hot women, sexy women, attractive women, mildly attractive women, homely looking women, plain Jane women, women with a little extra weight on them, women who had cute faces but had a little bit bigger bodies. You know what I'm saying? All types of women that I've hooked up already with in my life match with me on dating apps. So it reflects my reality already. So it's not like it makes me feel any type of way. I'm just doing what I've already done in reality. See, if you're not doing anything in reality, you've never had any experience or results, you're going to feel bad about this. But what is there to feel bad about? Because guess what? You're too outcome dependent. You honestly think that when you match with this chick, she doesn't have 10 other dudes talking to her, 5 other dudes talking to her. And that's the name of the game. Now let's flip this again. How can women complain about dating apps when, like I just said, you'll be talking to one guy and then you got 3 other guys trying to holler at you, 4 other guys, 5 other guys. All you have to do is make plans with 2 of those guys, hope that they go well, and then you have to choose between if you're trying to date seriously like that. That is all. How can you be frustrated when you have it easy? How? Attractive men are staying single. And see, attractive men even know that. So they know, like, if she comes to meet up with them, he beat out other guys. She ain't special like that. He's the one who's special like that. He had to beat out all those other guys. Do you see this mentality? When you understand everything, it becomes clear. Don't go for any games. And attractive men, I want you to understand this. You being single isn't a strike against you. You are not the same as a woman. There's no need to rush. Oh, my family is asking me when I'm going to bring them grandbabies and when I'm going to bring a woman home. On your own timing. Are you where you want to be right now? That's all you really got to consider. Don't think of it like you need to rush to try and have this big family so you could be competing with this or your brother or whoever. No, attractive men stay single. Honestly, men who rush, try to prove themselves to a woman, they get locked into these situations. They look back at attractive guys and they think, damn, man, I would switch places with him. Smart men aren't jealous of that, man. Smart men are like this. I want a woman who is going to come forward with what can I do for you, sir, energy. If she cannot, we can do things casually. And if she doesn't like casually, well, goodbye. That's the utmost confidence right there. You do not need a woman to make yourself feel better about yourself. Attractive men already have that air of confidence. So being single isn't a strike against them. When you become more attractive, it's funny, you look around once again, it's not your looks. It's not just your looks. When you have everything that you could have ever asked for, you are self-sufficient. You have a routine that actually works for you, that you've been on for years. You do not want to break it to go backwards and become your old self again. That's more important than dating could ever be. That is more important than dating can ever be. And attractive men tend to have experience. And when you have experience, you already know. It's called the power of knowing. You don't have to think. You don't have to second guess. When men are not attractive, they're always second guessing themselves. They're always second guessing situations. And guess what? Because it's from lack of experience. Women got tons of experience, still don't know what to do. So whenever you hear them complaining and they're frustrated, just understand this. They are not up to par for the attractive man's standards. They're not coming with what can I do for you, sir, energy. So attractive men are like this. I'm going to move accordingly and put her in the position that she deserves to be put in. If that is sex only, it's sex only. If that is come over only, it's come over only. Women who move with good intentions, who have good energy, deserve good things. I'm not going to lie, guys. If a woman is giving you good energy, and let's say you are dating casually, and one is giving you good energy rather than the other one, or you just bump into one that's really cool, make her your main. Keep her in a stable. But for now, you know, it's funny. I actually bought a candle. It's called Bachelor Pad. If you're an attractive dude and you're single, it's not a strike against you. If anything, you are hip to the games. You're not going for goofiness, and you would rather remain with your peace. Don't let this stuff get in your head, and keep watching this circus show. This clown show is going to keep going on forever. When women complain, they're frustrated with dating apps and the bar scene because attractive men are choosing to remain single. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy, Justin J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.